following is a presentation of the National Sim Racing League of America. Enjoy the race. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here for the final time today, our third event of the evening here. And we are here for qualifying in the IndyCar Grand Prix. The road course race here in Indianapolis is going to be race 5 of the season, and we're here to set the starting order for tomorrow's 15-lap event here around this 2.69-mile road course in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm joined alongside by Indiana native Nathan Stapleton. And this is the prelude to the Indianapolis 250, but still a win at the Brickyard on the line. So how do you think these guys are going to handle tomorrow?
No, if it's Cup at Xfinity, or even IndyCar, if you race at Indy, there's always a little bit more pressure to try to get the win and kiss the blitz. So see some aggressive drivers because they know the only road course race at Indy of the season, and they want to win at the Brickyard.
They definitely do, and starting on the front row for this race is probably more important than any other race throughout this season, because passing here for the lead is very difficult. It's all going to come down to that first corner and the pit stops. Other than that, not much is going to happen on the racetrack. That's how it is every year here, but still, I like doing this race, and we're going to do it again because I like it. So that's just the way it's going to be. Max Anderson in number 18 will be the first driver to complete a lap here. And of course, 10-minute session, fastest time. We'll start on the pole. Slowest time will start 25th. So pretty straightforward, and in years past we've always had issues on the pit lane during this race, so what's going to end up happening is the pole sitter for this race is actually going to start, I believe, on the outside line instead of the inside line. So that's just how it's going to be, because I got to complete a whole lap here, clock a time in, and then put myself on the top position so that they do not start on that, or they do not pit on that first pit stall, because that first pit stall always has issues here, as it's just a little too close to the wall and these drivers cannot maneuver around it and avoid hitting it. So that's going to affect who gets the win, of course, as the guy who's fastest is going to get on the outside. So you technically want to be second fastest for this event, but maybe not. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, isn't it?
But yeah, because it could very well be fastest driver in this session could possibly win this race instead of the first fastest. So who knows what could happen.
Definitely. So Max Anderson here in the number 18 will complete the first lap here in qualifying. As he comes off the final corner, he'll begin his first lap here in IndyCar Grand Prix qualifying. This and the Indianapolis 250 are the only two events throughout the season where we actually show you guys qualifying in the Haas IndyCar Series at least. Max Anderson still the fastest with Cody Sill, Daniel Bouchard. They're the only three who have completed laps so far. And we got some other guys coming out onto the racetrack here. Another guy completing a lap, the 22 of Igor Barreto. He is fourth fastest of all the guys who have completed laps. Here's Jordan Lopez in the 14. Joey Hightower, his teammate, in number 4, but that's Lopez. He just went to 4th. He was faster than Barreto was. Colton Yo is third fastest in the 88. And as everybody clocks in here to either begin their laps or finish their first ones, John Andrews, who won the last road course race here in the Haas IndyCar Series at Lime Rock. He is third fastest right now. Roger Ray are points leader to second. And this is how they line up. It is still Max Anderson, the fastest driver, with Roger Ray, Bruno de Barros, John Andrews. Why do I keep on saying Jordan? John Andrews, and the 17 of Cody Sill. So that's the top 5 fastest right now here for the IndyCar Grand Prix qualifying session. Here's Max Anderson. His time was able to stand there throughout that whole entire lap. He's got some more guys behind him completing their first laps of this session. And Daniel Bouchard with a draft behind George Harvick will take the top position here in qualifying. Got the win at Phoenix a while ago. It's been a tough season for him so far, but great run for him so far here in qualifying. That is very important to possibly getting another win. The number 7 of Isaac Nichols is third, Roger Ray. And then the 22 of Edgar Barreto is 5th fastest right now. The number 40 of Daniel Bouchard, the only driver ahead of a minute 27 here in IndyCar Grand Prix qualifying.
Times with the laws really does matter, so I think that's how that 40 jumped up to P1.
Yeah, you had the draft there on the 83. And got a couple of long straightaways on this race course right here in the middle of the speedway. You got this long straightaway, and then of course coming to the start-finish line, you got that long straightaway entering turn number 1. So a lot of places to get a draft on the guy ahead of you. Bruno de Barros up to second with Max Anderson, Davey Johnson, who was pretty fast in practice for the Indianapolis 250. Adam Lewis at the top of the board in the number 19. He's now the fastest guy in town. And trying to locate him on the racetrack. There he is. So now it's Adam Lewis, Daniel Bouchard, Bruno de Barros, Max Anderson, and that changed once again. Eric Monaco to second. Monaco was a very strong guy at Riverside until he had an issue coming to the checkered flag, and he's right now the second fastest guy. Getting a front row starting position in this event could mean you win the race, and that's 50 points towards the championship if you do so. So a lot on the line for these guys in this qualifying session. That's why we broadcasted. It's so important to who wins this event. And right now we got Adam Lewis, the top of the board in the number 19. Trying to locate him on the racetrack, and there he is. So it's Adam Lewis, Eric Monaco, Daniel Bouchard, Bruno de Barros, and Max Anderson. The top 5 here in qualifying for the IndyCar Grand Prix.
I did this series, well, I did 2 seasons of the IndyCar series, and both seasons that I just had to go out there in every qualifying session and give my heart out, because points matter, and especially if you get the win and get the pole, that can help you a ton towards that championship.
Yeah, not only you get to start on the front row, if you win the pole, you also get a bonus point towards the championship, which could mean a huge difference when we come time to crown a champion at Auto Club at the end of the season. It's going to be in early September, but right now it's May, and of course you know what that means. We focus on Indy. The 83 of George Harvick just went to second, a great run for him, but Adam Lewis still the fastest guy here in qualifying with Eric Monaco third, Daniel Bouchard, and Bruno de Barros the top 5. And how about the 88? Moving his way to the second position, that is Colton Yeo. Davey Johnson to the top of the board in the number 3, drafting off the 27 of Ace Garcia. And we were alluding to how Davey Johnson is always one of the fastest guys during Indy 250 week. He, I believe, was 4th fastest in the first practice session earlier today for the Indianapolis 250. And he just went to the top of the board on the road course. Davey Johnson, the veteran driver for Team Penske. And now with just a few minutes left in this session, he might be on the verge of grabbing his first pole of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series for 2018.
Wow, what a lap. I think he is really, really good of getting that pole.
He did. That was a very fast time, under a minute 26.5. So, definitely a very speedy time on the racetrack. Only 6 guys have gone under a minute 27. That's Davey Johnson, Adam Lewis. Isaac Nichols to second. Could not beat out the 3, but he just went to the second position. And there he is with a very brilliant lap there in the number 7 machine. So now 7 guys under a minute 27 with Davey Johnson, Isaac Nichols, Adam Lewis, Colton Yeo, George Harvick, Eric Monaco, and Daniel Bouchard. But it is the number 3 who is half a second faster than the number 40. And he's got a good time in. No question about it. He will be a threat to win tomorrow's race. It'll be tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on Napa Fan, the IndyCar Grand Prix. And the winner gets 50 points towards the championship and an Indianapolis win. Stuart Gratton and Cameron Garlington are defending winners of this event. And I forget who won this race in 2016, but still, it's a pretty good event to win, and it all comes down to qualifying, and that just could be 50 points towards the championship for Davey Johnson. Just going to have to find out. So once this clock is done, I believe that will conclude the session here at the Indianapolis Road Course, and that will effectively give the pole to Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson, Isaac Nichols, a couple of veterans looking to start on the front row for tomorrow's event. Of course, you got guys crossing the start-finish line constantly here, so you never know when one of their times could be beat. Here comes the 14 of Jordan Lopez, and he just moved his way up to 3rd with that lap right there.
Ow.
He seemed to be going pretty fast off the corner. He's going to be 2nd row, but a late session push for Jordan Lopez to start 3rd. And 30 more seconds on the clock, so it's not over yet. Davey Johnson is still the fastest guy in this session. But will somebody beat him? There's defending Indianapolis 250 winner and the fastest guy in Indy 250 practice from earlier today, Luke Rainey in the number 1. We'll have to see what he does throughout the week here. And that's going to do it. Davey Johnson with the pole here at Indianapolis for the IndyCar Grand Prix. He will start alongside Isaac Nichols for tomorrow's event. Jordan Lopez, Adam Lewis, Colton Yeo, the top 5 with George Harvick, Eric Monaco, Daniel Bouchard, Bruno DeBarros, and Max Anderson, the top 10. It's the full official standings in qualifying for the IndyCar Grand Prix. Race 5 of the 2018 Haas IndyCar Series will be tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on Napa Fam. And I'm looking forward to getting it done here. Going to be a very great start to the race. Entering turn 1, they're all over the place. And that's what you got to watch out for here for the IndyCar Grand Prix. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Davey Johnson on the pole. Tomorrow we got 2 races, IndyCar Grand Prix, and then later tomorrow night, the Indy 100K in the Rockstar Pro Series. Thank you guys very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.